Thank you for joining me. This is a tough subject, dealing with grief. I've been working in the mental health field as a therapist, marriage and family therapist for one license, and I would get frequent calls for people who were killed, people who were dying. I'm dealing with grief here, dealing with grief. And if there's anything that I didn't want to deal with, it was grief. I'll just tell you a few reasons why. Number one, grief has no time limit. Grief can be short or it can be lifelong. Because it's lifelong doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. There was a lady here in town. Her husband died. She was admitted to a mental hospital. And to this day, because of the grief, she's still in the mental health hospital. That's how severe grief can be. I'm not able to tell you how to handle grief. In fact, I hate to tell you this, but I had an insurance company call me and ask me if I would deal with a person that had a grief problem. And I said, I'm not good at this. Can you find some other therapist to work with this person? I could do them more harm than good. And that person understood what I meant. Grief is hard for me to talk about. There's no solution to it. There's trying to make the person adapt to it, feel better. But that's not going to take it out of their brain or their head or when they dream. Okay, you've heard this. And I'm telling you, it's not true. And it is that when enough time goes by, the grief will go away. Or give it enough time and you'll be okay, you'll forget about it. You believe that? Have you experienced that? My brother died 10 years ago. Do you think I don't think about him every day? Do you think I don't think if the doctors had done the right things, he'd be alive? No. he was sent to one hospital. He was either having a panic attack, which raised his blood level, or he was literally having a heart attack. I don't know. So he called for help. Ambulance came, took him to one hospital. This was in California, and this is why I have doubts of if he was treated well. They sent him to the local hospital, and they said, "This is too severe for us to help." Now we're talking about a so-called heart attack. So they sent him to a hospital that, quote, dealt with heart attacks, and they did a 4-way bypass. I went to see him after he recovered. We went out to a casino to eat in Fresno, California. He didn't remember a single thing he ate. He was under that kind of medication. He didn't remember. I'm not even sure he was remembering that I was there, and I'm in Indiana. So after we went to the casino, it was an Indian's casino at Fresno, California. He came back slowly. He cooked. We laughed. We had fun. But I was only going to be there about 2 weeks. During that time, I think he thought he was getting better. The doctor kept giving him pain pills when he asked for them. I'm not sure he needed the 4-way bypass, is what I'm getting at. That's what the grief on my end is about. We're not sure that it wasn't just a panic attack and that he could have been taken care of with Valium or Xanax or something like that. I'm not sure. Because in California, it's known, I've seen it on TV. I think I saw it on 60 Minutes, that there were hospitals there that sent people there from their own staff that were in good health. And there were, when they went into the hospital, they said they were feeling kind of strange in the heart, and they said, "We better get you in for an operation right now." Yeah. Yeah. Did you kind of feel the vibes on that? There were about 3 or 4 people from 60 Minutes on TV, that's usually on Sundays. They have one on Wednesdays, they used to anyhow. But they sent people there that were athletics, perfect health. They sent their own crew there after they had a physical, and they had a few other people they sent to the same hospital. They were all in perfect condition, but the doctor they sent them to, the professional, know-it-all doctor, and this was the best hospital in that part of California. I don't know what town it was in, but I do remember watching it. He always said, you're on the verge of dying if you don't get a treatment right now, and I can schedule this for just within an hour. And it was always a four-way bypass or something similar to that. Well, the end result of this, I'll just tell you what happened, is that since it was recorded by 60 Minutes and given to the Medical Association, they went and saw that this particular hospital, and this is why they did it on this hospital. This particular hospital in California had more operations for heart than any other hospital. And the next part I saw was that they had the Medical Association people taking they had vans there, pulling the records, the doctor's records. All the records, doctors have to keep records of everything they do and why they do it. So that it showed the boxes being carried to the vans. And next part was they were interviewing the people that had been operated by them. Thank goodness there were a few people that needed it. And they praised the guy. They praised him. Well, I don't know if my brother went to a hospital like that, but that's what brings the grief. The grief is it may have only been a panic attack. The panic attack will raise the blood pressure up to look like a heart attack, or could, like a heart attack. Now, the first hospital he was sent to may have had a connection to the other hospital that you can guess had a relationship to send people to that big hospital for any number of reasons, and you know what I mean by any number of reasons. Referrals back to them. I'm not gonna give you all the reasons why there's why doctors refer to doctors and why hospitals refer to other hospitals. But you can guess, can't you? So I think about him every day. I'm thinking about him today. And I'm sharing this because the grief will never go. I don't expect it to go. Why would my grief for my brother disappear? Okay, now, if it wasn't my brother, or it wasn't someone I cared about or was close to, the grief of a friend that wasn't close can dwindle down. But not always. Now, here's the bottom line I'm going to leave with you. People will tell you time is a healer. How many times have you heard that? Time is a healer. Give it enough time and you'll forget it. Have I convinced you otherwise? And may I say that if you like this video, if you got anything out of it, I'm thankful. I don't get many comments. I don't get many likes. And I sure don't get many people subscribing to me for whatever reasons. Maybe it's because I don't have a professional presence, professional office, or professional video. This is a $50 Dell computer that I bought it from eBay. It's got its own camera and it's got its own sound that you're hearing me from. But if you do think you like my style of talking without a script, without lying to you, please feel free to subscribe and to like this. Because I'm not doing any lying. And I'm sharing this because you are going through it too. Maybe. Or you may be going through it. I gotta stop. Thank you for listening. Leave me a message. I'll try to find the time to answer every response. I'm just thankful that you heard this because somebody out there needed to hear it. Somebody. Maybe 2 people or 3 needed to hear something I said. Not only this, every time I get on YouTube, it's a different subject, but it is for the 1 or 2 or 3 people that need to hear it, that maybe help to hear it, that I never hear from. And that's okay, because you're being helped. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. God bless you.